Hello, everyone. It's time to eat, drink, and be merry with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Eat, Drink, and Be Merry show. We're so excited to have Ruth Milstein back on the show today, and she's going to rattle our pots and pans. She's going to be talking about the best and worst cookware to have in your kitchen. We were talking about health, safety, all those good things. Ruth is the author of the Gourmand Award-winning Cooking with Love, Ventures into the New Israeli Cuisine Cookbook. And you can go get it on Amazon, all those great places. Actually, the second edition is out with more photos and really beautiful. So check it out at ruthmilstein.com. You can also listen to our past interviews and see recipes and our cooking tips on blendradioandtv.com. So welcome back to the show, Ruth. How are you?
Thank you. Very good.
Good to have you back. You know, we're always talking about food and cooking and tips. You were just giving us tips before we started recording on cooking beets and kale and all those healthy foods. But I think it is important before we start the cooking process to understand what to have in the kitchen. And that's something that is important because, you know, sometimes it looks like a good deal. And your article, which everyone is up on blendradioandtv.com, some of those things, maybe we don't want to buy them. Just, you know, it looks like, you know, those nonstick pans, those Teflon pans, you'll get a good deal at the big box store, but maybe it's not a good deal for our health, right?
Yes. You said the Teflon is the first one.
Yeah.
If you have old Teflon, throw it away.
Oh.
If you like Teflon, buy the new one. It's coated.
Oh.
Grab the new one and it's coated now. It's set.
Okay.
If you like Teflon.
Well, I think people liked it because it's non-stick. It's a non-stick.
It's non-stick
kind of thing.
and it's light. It's light also. Light.
But it does chip, and you do end up.
One tip is going only to one plate. Throw it away.
Oh. So what is so wrong with it? Is it like chemicals or?
It's chemical. One is cheap, there is chemical there. And those chemicals are very, very bad. I read the sickness that we can get from this chemical. I don't want even to look at it again.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it causes
And when
cancer.
throw it away, throw it in ways that not somebody else can use it, unless they use it not for food.
They shouldn't really be making Teflon because they know it's dangerous. So they really shouldn't be making Teflon. Sorry, Teflon.
Today they're making Teflon, but they coat it.
Yeah.
But still, I don't trust it.
Me either.
Okay, because in your article you put like what's the worst and what's the best, and then you said there's green and blue pans that are nonstick called Thermalon. Is that the Teflon that's changed, or is Thermalon different?
It's the Thermalon different. The thicker and different. But I don't use them anymore. It's always scratch.
Oh.
Always scratch.
It's always scratch.
Yeah. Scratching. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Just go to store. You don't have to buy the same day. Just look and buy the quality. It's worth it. Worth the investment. Worth it. You got to keep it for a long time. And buy a set. Believe me, you're going to use all of them. Usually that's someone 5. Yes? You're going to use all of them. Even the little one. For sure. Yeah.
So
They're a
the
little
whole
bit
set.
heavy. Yeah. They're a little bit heavy. I will tell you something about my set. I was looking in United States, I couldn't find nothing. And I saw it in Israeli magazines that there is nice set that they bring it from Korea.
Oh, from Korea.
And United States didn't have it. United States didn't have it. And I bought it through Israel. And this was like 6 years ago. They're still like new.
So, I mean, for here, so is it like cast iron or what do you have? What's it made of?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's made of. It's heavy. It coated. And inside, it's like when you look at it, it's like it's regular pot. Outside
Mhm.
it's colorful. I mean, you have all the color. Depends which color
Okay.
you want. It's heavy. It's good. It's five of them, different sizes. It's not.
Mm.
It wasn't cheap because I ordered it from other country, and they
Mm.
ordered it for me from Far East. Probably today they have it here. I don't know. I don't know if they have it. I don't know if they have it here. Probably they don't bring it to the United States. But it's
What-
Korea. I don't know.
What do you think about cast iron? Because I think people are scared to use it, but we,
I don't use
I-
it.
you don't?
I don't use it. I don't use it. No, I don't use it.
You know, I grew up using that because my
I use
aunt,
glass. You could
Yeah,
use glass.
glass and
Yeah,
Cookware are
glass,
easy.
yes,
Those are
glass.
easier.
But yes, but leave it on the stove till it gets cold.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Oh, yeah.
it will break.
You know, the trick with cast iron is once it's hot, you need to turn the temperature down or off,
Yeah,
and the pot will
Yeah.
still cook. You don't have to
Yeah.
cook it till the end because unless you take all the contents out of the pan, it'll keep cooking even once the flame is or electricity is turned off. So you have to get it to because it heats up and it stays heated all by itself. So once you learn to use it, it's good, but
a lot of learning.
you have to learn how to use it, and it takes practice. It really does.
Yeah.
I like it
Yeah.
because I grew up with it. But if I had
Yeah.
to just pop into somebody's kitchen and use it and didn't grow up with it, I would burn a lot of food.
Mhm.
You end up burning a lot of food if you don't know when to turn it down and to be a little bit patient. It's a good pan. It'll last forever, but you
Yes.
really do have to learn.
Grandma thing. I call it grandma thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the best? I mean, Ruth, though, what is, you talk about aluminum. I want to say aluminium. Now I'm like in a different world. What country am I in? Aluminium or aluminum that you said that's not a good thing to use either. And copper, you're like, no, not on that.
Copper, no. Copper, no. Copper. Even now, there is copper that it's sealed. Sealed. That's it.
Uh-huh.
No, it's sealed. But still, I don't know. It's going to be scratched or something. I don't want it. I don't know. I have that set. I bought a set of five of them. It's five different sizes. And I have another one, separate small one for if I need it for sauce or something. And I'm fine. And I cook every day.
So you do this, but this is so that's the other new ones. But what about like for someone, what about stainless steel? Like that's what I see a lot of chefs use. It seems to be quick. But I mean, isn't it kind of learning technique?
It's
So
quick because it's clean. You know why it's quick? Because it's clean. You don't have to, it's seen on the fire. It's seen, it gets hot very far. It's warm up, and the lunch is ready. It's
So-
set and it's a restaurant, and you have to eat and run.
Mm.
When you cook for yourself, buy the best, and this is really it's good investment. Buy quality, good one.
And
And
it'll last a long time.
And don't rush. Don't rush. Buy the best that you can. I mean, buy good one. First of all, good one.
Mm.
And buy sets. You're going to use it. As if I'm not going to use the small one, I'm using it. Yeah.
Oh, the small
And the
ones are
last
always
one
come in handy. They always
Yeah.
come in handy for
is
everything.
5 Yeah, 5 And they have, I think, and they have the 10 also. After that, you can buy 10.
Yeah, you can keep adding
One that I-
and for
Okay.
for glass and corningware that you talk about for cooking. One thing I know people that use that mostly to bake or do casseroles, right?
Yeah,
That kind of thing.
glass for casserole, only glass. I use only glass. I don't cook with glass because I have to leave it on the stove till it gets cold. I like to cook to clean, and the stove is clean. Everything is clean. But for baking, it's all glass. Once a while,
okay.
if I need something really huge, like square, I use a metal pen.
Okay.
Otherwise,
So now,
glass.
what about if you're going to roast a chicken? What would you use?
Chicken. Depends what I'm roasting. I'm roasting for only for entertainment. I'm going to use a big tray
Mhm.
that come with the oven.
Oh, okay. Those big
Come with
ones.
the oven.
Oh,
The big one,
yeah.
yeah, because I'm making more. But if like only for two of us, I use a glass one.
Okay.
I use two glass, one for vegetable, one for the chicken.
Oh, okay. And
Because
then the
vegetable
vegetables.
is get cooked. It get cooked
And the,
faster. Well,
Yeah.
vegetable later.
okay. And then, okay. So when you do the vegetables, you do, yeah, because that might be on the stovetop. It might be roasting, right? But you can roast in glass. That's kind of where.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes. All the time with glass. All
Okay.
the time with glass. Yeah.
Now
And
this
it's
is
very cheaper. The pen is very cheaper. Much
well,
cheaper than it was before.
I know you lived in New York, but we did an interview a few months ago on Steuben County in upstate New York near Finger Lakes,
Yeah.
where Nancy and I just drove through. And we
Yeah.
didn't get to go into Steuben, but I did see the signs for Corning, and that's where Corning ware comes from.
I know. I've
Oh,
been there. I've been there. In the right side when you come back. Yeah, in the right side. I've been there. Yeah.
is it neat to
Yeah.
go see where they're making all the
Yeah.
glassware, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's really cool to be able to go and see that, you know. So the other thing, Ruth, when you think about glassware and everything, so do you remember, Nancy, you're going to remember this too. You could get, and it's got like little, I'm going to have to look this up. And I think it's Corning. I'm not sure, but like you could get pots and pans to cook with on the stovetop. So it's not Teflon. This was back in the 80s, I'm going to say 80s, 90s, but I've seen some of this, and some of it was white glass. So you did actually have like a white glass dish, and they have like little orange flowers on them. And then like supermarkets in South Africa used to do where you'd get
She's got
gather the coupons. Huh?
Yeah, with the flour,
Yeah.
like
And
aluminium. It's like aluminium.
is that what it was?
It's
Wow.
something like aluminium. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Aluminium is good for. I know people cook with it, and it look nice on the table, look nice on the stove, but it's not for long. This is for something fast. Aluminium is good for some if you want to cook something fast, but not acid.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
Not
mean?
acid.
Not acid. I throw away all of them. All
Okay.
of them with the flour.
With the flowers, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Well, we used to connect
Yeah.
every time you shopped, you get like stickers, and when you've gathered all your stickers, you get a pot.
Yes, exactly. I remember it was like 20, 25 years ago. Yes,
Yes.
I remember that. Yes, I throw
See,
them all. I throw them. I didn't want even to give them. I throw them. Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
see, that's funny, isn't it? How
Yellow, it was yellow and green. And that's
See,
it. Yes.
that's it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You don't
can-
remember
if you
these,
feel-
Nancy?
if you
Like they
feel
painted the
somebody
clock.
has-
Why?
Yeah.
They painted it
I
like,
thought-
oh, I know the green ones. I've seen those. Ruth, I've seen them in museums.
Yeah.
That's where they should stay.
Oh, no.
But if somebody still has this, he can use this for very quick, really very
Like
quick. Yeah, but
saute.
not acid. Nothing with acid, not acidic. Once it's acid,
Yeah.
not good. Not
I
good.
never thought of that
Oh.
with the acid being on the, you know.
Yeah, the acid, yeah. Acid, because acid starts peeling
Mhm.
the color, peeling the color. Even if you don't see it, starts peeling, it's peeling the color, and the color is poison.
And
What?
it tastes tinny.
Yeah.
It tastes like tin.
Yeah. A pot is expensive, but you buy it once or twice a slice, invest in pot.
Mm.
If five of them you can buy 3 and buy 2 and buy another one, but it's good investment.
Hmm.
Really good investment.
Go
And
for
buy the heavy one. Heavy one, it's better, not the thin one.
Yeah, I like the cording-ware because I grew up using that. I like cast iron because I know how to use it.
Mhm.
As we go into different homes, you learn different things. Um,
Mhm.
the only ones that I really don't want to use is the Teflon because I know about Teflon.
But
It's not unless it's brand new and it's never been chipped.
there is brand new.
Yeah,
Definitely there is brand new in the market, and they coat it.
yeah. So
Okay,
that might
with
be,
the
yeah.
But yeah. You have to
the-
always carry the acid. If you
Yeah.
cook something with acid, this is the
Yeah.
problem. This
Yeah,
is the poison. The acid.
yeah.
Well, we
Gotta
don't
be
want
careful.
any poison.
If you don't want to use this, really, you is scared, throw them away. If you keep them, you're going to use them once in a while.
Mhm.
Throw them away. Throw them away.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
I
if
know.
Yeah, you're looking at the health of what you're putting in your body because it's hot, so it
Yes.
leaches, right? So
And
enamel
put
cast
it
iron,
straight to the liver.
we don't want it to touch the liver. The only thing that gets to touch our liver is wine,
And it's already full of that.
and
Can't take any more.
occasionally tequila and bourbon.
We
But
really can't take any more hits on the liver.
no, we don't want anything to happen to our liver. That's a no-no. But you talk about enamel cast iron. With that, like that seems to me to be a good in between kind of thing where it's not it seems easier than taking care of cast iron. And
Yes.
cast iron,
Yeah.
well, cast iron apparently you don't do that much to keep it clean.
It's
but
actually
it's not as heavy,
No.
right? It's not
Cast
as
It's not
heavy
so
as
heavy. It's not so heavy. It's for a short, something. It's very short cook and something fast. Fast.
cast iron is easy.
Don't give him the chance to start to release acid.
Oh, okay.
Something fast. Sometimes you come home, you're tired. If you want to cook something fast, you
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you can't use that. But
yeah, it happened. It happened to all of us.
yeah, cast iron is something cleaning wise is easy if you know
Yeah.
how to properly do it, and you gotta be careful what you put in that pot. Taste wise. It's like my dad told we had to season the cast iron, and you don't want to ruin that flavoring that you get from seasoning the pot. So you wouldn't put something like you'd have a different pot for, say, if you're going to do fruit or something, than you would something with me. You have different pots because of the taste.
Mhm.
That's what he taught us. And the cleaning was just really wipe it clean. And don't, you don't soak it. You don't put it in the dishwasher ever because that ruins them. It
Those
just,
pots should go in the dishwasher.
well, people put pots in the dishwasher. They do.
You're not supposed to.
Well, they
You're not supposed to
Uh,
put pots, and you're not supposed to put your knives in the dishwasher. Your knives will get dull. And a dull knife is a dangerous knife. Ruth, do you put your pots in the dishwasher? And I'm going to get
No.
told no, I'm wrong.
No.
No?
But some knife, some for everyday knife,
Butter
put
knife,
in
yeah.
dishwasher, but I put it upside down.
Yeah.
I have the
But it's,
department only for knife, so I put it upside down.
but the ones your fancy knives, like your chef
The
knives
fancy
kind of
knife,
thing.
no. Fancy knife, no.
No. Well, it is important because it's like when you go out, maybe you're like starting to cook or moving into a new house, or maybe you're, getting your first apartment or first home. You look at it going, I don't even know you've got to find your pot to go pee pee in. Yeah, that sounds terrible on a cooking show. I should never have said that. Well, no, it keeps popping in my head to say it. Terrible, but it's true. You have to have the right pot, and it's like you get these giant ones. Do you want to cook in the giant ones? What are you going to cook? That's the other thing. Doesn't it also start, Ruth, with how big is your family? Are you just cooking for two people all the time? Maybe one person?
Yeah,
No,
size matters.
Yes. Mhm.
size always matters.
Sometimes,
No.
Yes.
sometimes I cook for 2 days. I mean, I cook more, and the next day I cook less.
Mhm.
That's what.
I think it's cool if you only, if you could cook the main part of the meal, just do that twice a week, cook enough so that you can change it up and serve it the next day. Sort out your recipes for the week, cook the meat parts and the heavy parts twice, and then you prepare them differently when you warm it up and serve it.
Yeah,
That you
depends on what it's to cook the base, to cook
Yeah.
the base, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so that you're not cooking like a big cooking every night because everybody's so busy,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, man. Well, this is the other thing too about your pots and pans. Like, and you were talking about also in the article what's good for the environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
said like the green and blue pans, the Thermalon are better for the environment as for now, for what we believe right now, because some things change. But like if you're doing cast iron only to cook for yourself, aren't you going to be using more energy to heat the food if you're just making something small? So that isn't so good
I'm
for the
making
environment.
something small.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, and you brought up about a wok, which I think is a good thing to talk about because a lot of people cook on a wok, especially stir fry, right? And
It's
I
even,
didn't
yeah,
know.
because it's even. It's cook even.
Yeah,
Mm,
Cook
they're
even.
pretty cool.
Yeah, but you have to cook fast also. People
Yeah.
don't cook fast, and they leave it on the stove, and it burns.
Yeah,
Don't understand that they have to be together.
yeah.
The work and use together, working together.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really
You have to
use
flip it, and
Yeah.
it's ready.
Yeah, you
Flip it and
can't
it's ready.
fry and you can't fry things and leave them.
No, no.
It's not safe.
And don't fry. Really, don't fry. Saute. Don't fry.
Yeah.
Deep fry. Don't fry.
Oh,
Okay.
here we go. No frying, Nancy.
Mhm.
No
Well,
deep frying of the food.
It says you make stir fry.
But
Stir
that's
fry is
different.
okay.
Yes.
Olive
Fry
oil, though, right, Ruth?
But
okay.
not
She's
on
only
my
Olive
oil.
oil. Olive
Yeah.
oil. Oil.
Not
I have only
yeah.
olive oil. And I have sesame oil when I make Chinese. So I need
Yeah, so it's
sesame oil.
lighter. It's lighter
Yeah.
and goes quicker for
The taste
stir fry.
is taste is different. The taste is
So,
different.
Yeah.
what about avocado oil? Still okay or no?
Avocado oil is good. Sure.
Okay, good.
Avocado oil.
I like avocado.
Yeah.
Because you can do
have
it
it as
with the
a
flame.
I have it as a if I forgot to buy or something, I have avocado oil. And usually they come with the small bottles. It won't
Mm.
last more. They won't
Yeah.
come like yeah.
I
I use
just like that.
avocado oil tasteless. I mean nothing. Like the taste is not dominant or something, it's just fine.
I like
Fine.
to taste the different oils too. Like olive oil, they've
Yeah.
really changed it up. It's become an
Yeah.
art. Well, it hasn't become, it's always been an art. Like, that from
Yeah.
Israel. But it's, you can get lemon infused or all these like chili or whatever. So it's almost like you can cook according to the flavor of the olive oil. And I think for a long time we've cooked using olive oil almost like it's canola oil and just thrown it in without tasting the oil because the oil is going to impart flavor to your food too, right? So we should be aware of that part of
Yeah.
the olive
You
oil
use
too.
canola oil? You use canola
No,
oil?
I said we've been used
Oh,
like a lot of people we use
I know.
in general. I'm generalizing that, it's
Mm.
like, oh, just use olive oil, but we forget that like canola oil doesn't really have any exciting flavor to it. It's just like
No.
here's your grease, But like now if it's olive oil, like it has different flavors and tastes to it. And if it's extra virgin or some of it tastes nutty, some of it's got like a little, pucker
Be
to it.
tasty.
So
Be
yeah, you
tasty.
should taste it
Tasty.
before you
Tasty.
cook with it, right?
Yeah.
That's and
You know what
sometimes
they
you use
do also?
condiment too.
Yeah. You know what they do? I write the date when I open the bottle.
Oh, you look at the date?
No, I
So
write my date when I start. I want to see how
oh,
it lasts.
how long you keeping it? Well, do you
Yeah,
believe
how long?
oh, Okay, so when you look at
No, how long it take me to finish the bottle?
oh, and how like if they did that with us and wine, we'd be in trouble. But
I
on average, how long does it take you to
uh
finish a
a
bottle?
year, over a year, last time a year.
What size of bottle?
Geez.
The very large one, the large one.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, size matters.
It does.
Mm?
The
Yeah.
bigger the bottle, the longer it goes.
The large bottle. I don't know, I mean, it's a liter or something. The large
Oh,
one.
I know what you mean. Those really big. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
The large
I
one is very.
well, we care about
like
all.
keep it in very dark area. You have to keep it in very dark area, and it's
Yes.
Mhm. You don't ever put it in the fridge? No.
No. Well, I want what I want to
No.
cheap.
No. No.
No.
And there will be no cooking with lard with Ruth around. She's like a no,
No.
no,
No.
no.
I
That's
remember my
okay.
dad. Sometimes my dad would bring home this huge block of lard, white lard, and then chop it up into big
Ew.
old squares. It was gross.
And
Well, people cook
How
with
will
it. They bake.
you eat it like candy?
No, he just
Shoot.
used it for frying things and then for baking. But because it came in such a huge block from where he worked in the butchery, that you had to chop it up. And then he put most of it in the freezer. You can't freeze it and then bring it out and use that. But it was too like it didn't have any real flavor, and it was heavy, It was really heavy.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
You never used it? No, it's not.
No, I don't eat bacon.
It's not. It wasn't really bacon.
Well, lard's
It's
not always
lard.
bacon, is it?
No, it's just animal fat of all kinds, depending on where you
It's
get
only animal fat. And,
Yes,
and
it's
in
yeah.
the fat there is it's old fat.
yeah, it's not a
Like
good
for-
thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not good fat.
No, it's not a good. It's not a good thing on any level. But that's that's how we grew up, and that's what he used to bring home, and it was just like, ugh. No, don't like it.
That's the reason when you buy meat or chicken, take all the fat, because the fat that is in chicken or meat old. It go up together with the animal. More dark, it's older. The fat.
Mm-hmm.
Take it off. Take it off.
Yeah.
You want
Probably,
some
yeah.
fat? Put a little bit olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever baked with olive oil, Ruth? Like some people put olive oil in their cakes and things like they'll take.
Yeah, you could do that. I've
No.
done that.
Yeah,
I've done that.
No.
Yeah, I've done that, and you just have to have a really good recipe. And
Depends the recipe.
yeah, you have
If
to.
the recipe called, it means they did it before.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you use a lot less of the
Mhm.
of the oil than you would if you were using butter or lard. Use a lot less. It does work. It does make things worse. I used to bake with it all the time.
Well, it does. It makes things moist, and that's important. We
Yeah.
gotta. Nobody likes to have a dry cake. You want to have it
That's
moist,
right.
and some people put sour cream in. I've seen people
Yeah.
use yogurt,
Sour
olive
cake
oil,
sour cream on cake is good.
Mm-hmm.
and mayonnaise.
I
I've
used
seen
to-
people bake with mayonnaise, and it worked. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Mayonnaise it's olive. It's oil.
Yeah.
It's oil. It's oil.
We used to make our own
Okay.
mayonnaise when we lived in Kenya. You couldn't buy it. So I used to make my own mayonnaise. It was really fun. And it was good. Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
I make mayonnaise. It's eggs and oil.
right. And then you add whatever seasoning. Put some
yeah.
seasoning.
I make it. Yeah.
And I think we used to add a little tiny bit of vinegar, as I recall. Vinegar in there.
Mhm.
It's good.
Yeah, you need the vinegar. You need the
Mm.
vinegar. Well, I
Yeah.
think there's something to that. I think, Ruth, next time you come on the show, let's talk about doing our own mayonnaises and salad dressings and dressings and
Yeah.
sauces.
And this what I do.
Because
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Mine is a
Oh,
buy. No, mine is a
well,
buy. But salad dressing, I never buy. Never.
yeah, we should talk about that because they put so much in it. Like, as we travel the country, Ruth, we're not always the healthiest of people because we're travel, maybe you're somewhere very short. And so I bought these like bagged salads already pre-cut. I know you're yelling at me now. I can feel it. But you can chop your own vegetables, right? But then it comes with salad. It's like it comes with all these things. And then when I started reading the back labels, these bagged salads, they put so much chemicals in there. And then the salad dressings, that's like I might as well go to McDonald's and eat a cheeseburger. Like
It's
seriously, when you
healthy.
start,
First of all, it's less dangerous.
yeah,
It's not
it is.
dangerous. You know why? Because it's not meat. It's not meat.
No. So
No, it's not meat.
it's not good. So I think we should do a show on this about how to make your own salad dressing, your own mayonnaise. It's easy. It's something kids can do. We should do that. Is that okay, Ruth? We do that because it
Yes,
would be
I
fun.
will do that.
Yeah, yes. Save money for people. We can share recipes and ideas. And because when I looked at it, it really, I was like, oh my gosh.
It tastes so much better.
Yeah, exactly. And fresh.
And
Yeah.
making mayonnaise isn't hard if you have a blender or an egg beater. It's really not hard. It lasts
No,
just,
we
you
have
know,
all the machinery in the kitchen, and we can do it
Yeah.
ourselves a lot.
yeah. And it really,
lot.
it's a 5-minute thing. Instead of, it's quicker than going to the supermarket and cheaper.
And the cleaning
Yeah.
also today is easier.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it
that's cleaning.
tastes
Yeah.
so much better.
Mhm.
And
And
you
you make
feel better
pesto.
also. You feel better that you made it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changes the salad. The
And
salad will
cheaper.
have some cheaper, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. It's exciting. Well, everyone, Ruth's article on cookware, pots and pans, is up on blendradioandtv.com. If you just type in Ruth Milstein, you'll see all her recipes and cooking tips and past interviews. We always have a good time chatting with Ruth, and she always keeps us on the straight and narrow of
And
being healthy. But she lets us have wine. We're allowed to have wine. So
And if
and
you
and
have-
all wine.
I promise you one thing. If you have nice fat, you will cook.
Yeah, nice. It's true. You'll
If you have
cook.
nice fat, you will cook. Yes. Good,
Yeah,
but
good
good one.
investment.
Only
Mhm.
good one. Only good one. The good one is a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
And they really, if you treat them well, they last a long, long time. You don't have to keep replacing. If you treat
I
them
bought my one 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
yeah.
I saw it in Israeli magazine. And
Yeah.
because I was looking at it, I couldn't find nothing. I saw an Israeli magazine, and it was from Korea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so
I was for Korea. And I called Israel. Israel imported from Korea and sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
I
cool.
still have it like it's new. Like it's new.
Yeah. They last
Clean.
a long, long time if you treat them well.
Mm-hmm.
I treat them well. Only head
Yeah.
wash. I didn't put them in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, they don't
Yeah.
put them in the dishwasher.
And they're
No
not
dishwasher.
heavy.
And don't throw
Not
them at
heavy.
anybody.
But they're not heavy. They're heavy, but not too heavy.
Too heavy.
Yeah.
Cast iron is really heavy, and you have to have the
sir.
right stove
Yeah.
for it too.
Yeah.
I mean, some
Yeah.
stoves, I'm like, mm-mm. When you have a nice
Mhm.
gas stove, I like gas. That's just me, because
Yeah.
that's just
Gas stoves are better.
It's
with
okay. And you have
cast iron.
sizes. It's okay. I manage. It's okay.
Yeah. It just
yeah.
But it's yes.
yeah.
Now
it
all
just-
the copper. Yes. I'm listening.
Okay, I was just saying, you just get once you learn about it, you don't put fish in cast iron and then just wipe it off and then put meat. It doesn't. So if you're going to have fish, you're going to have meat, 2 separate pans. And
Yeah.
you know that yeah, you have 2 separate pans.
And Nancy's just doesn't want you to invite us to dinner and then give us fish
No,
and we die.
no.
Nancy become no culture.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nancy's gone. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. She eats too much bacon, Ruth. See, that's the only thing. You have to send her out of the house.
Additional to all this, I'm cultured. I need separate between meat and dairy. It's fine. fine.
You know,
It's fine.
it's interesting how we all are different, right? On how
Oh
we
yes,
eat.
but
and
you used to.
It's
You
good.
used to because I grew up like this, and you used to.
Yeah.
You used to.
Yeah.
The bottom line, if you have old copper, old one, throw it away.
Yeah.
Or use
Yeah.
it for something else, for the garden or whatever. The new copper now with coated.
Yes.
You like
So that's better
coated.
then.
It's good. Yeah. Good.
It's better, but
And
still.
it's really buy safe, expensive one, good one. It's worth it. For a long time, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Well, it's really, and you're going to use all of them, believe me. If you don't use one for 2-3 months, you're going to use it.
Yeah.
You're going to use
Yeah.
it. You're
all
going
the
to use all of
sides
them.
make
All of them.
sense.
Usually the set of 4 and 5, you're going to use them.
Yeah.
Going to use
Good.
them.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Use them. And if you treat them well and care for them properly, you can keep them for years and years and years.
The cleaning, it's like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
They are a little bit heavy, but not heavy. They're not heavy. Not heavy. They're a little bit heavy, but the cleaning in a second.
Yeah.
It dry out immediately. I don't put it in dishwasher. No.
No
But you can put it in
dishwasher.
dishwasher. You can if you want. But I don't. Just leave
No.
them. And that's it.
Yeah, it's not
That's
good. I mean, we see that it just kind of never really gets to it anyway. So if you're going to soak
Yeah.
the pan, you might as well just do the deed, get it over with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just
one
finish it.
pen. It's 1 pen each time, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, again, Ruth's cookbook is Cooking with Love Ventures into the New Israeli Cuisine. You can get it at ruthmilstein.com. She's got recipes there too, also Amazon. The second edition is out. Ruth, let's do salad dressings next. We'll talk about how to make them and the ingredients and all that good stuff. It'll be fun because we're getting into fall season is
Okay, I'll
coming
make
soon. And
salad and make different salads, different dressings. And I don't
yeah,
buy dressing because the dressing sitting in the store for years.
Yes.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
So I think we'll
Yeah.
do sauces, dressings, and mayonnaise and all of that kind of stuff because if you can make it yourself, it'll be healthier and more delicious. And especially when you're entertaining, and that's we always say Ruth is about cooking with love, and so you want to give the best to the people you're cooking for. So thank you so much, Ruth. It's always
Absolutely.
fun to chat
Nice
with
talking
you.
to you and be safe. Love you.
You
both
take
of you.
care. Yeah,
Bye.
hugs and love, and hi to Howard.
Yes, they had a Howard for it.
I will.